Welcome to the Pennzoil Cup Series for Race 14 at Indianapolis. The Pennzoil Polo will go to Jay Barker driving the number 2 car for National Racing. As the field takes the green flag, Robin Shannon, Michael Kraft, Jake Booker, and Daniel Voiles will follow him in the first 5 spots. Jay Barker takes him down in the turn 1, gets a pretty good lead on the field starting out, but the 2 car did struggle a bit in practice. So it was very surprising to see him come out here and qualify up front and on the pole. But that 2 car definitely showing a lot of potential to win here today after that qualifying run. Almost 0.2 of a second quicker on his second lap, which was the one that was the quickest. But you see Robin Shannon falling back in the 07 right now. Michael Kraft comes up to second. But Jay Barker is one of those drivers that was on the bubble. Is on the bubble right now, but was outside a while, not too long ago, but has gotten in with consistent runs as the field field winds down to see who will be the final 16 to enter the final 20 to enter the chase. We find out who hasn't and who doesn't. Right now, Jay Barker in the second half of the season is showing he does, and currently leading here at Indianapolis. A win could definitely help him in that chase for the to get into the chase. So 2 car right now out front and in the wind for National Racing, and Michael Kraft though kind of bearing down on him in that 31 orange car, and the 31 has not won since Talladega. It hasn't had really anything to show for it after Talladega. It hasn't been a good season after that. He's kind of just lost his touch and hasn't been as strong as he was earlier in the year. Ryan Dunn, though, after winning at Las Vegas only 2 races ago, is now back in the back again. This is about just slightly lower midfield, and 32 car. After getting a new paint scheme on the car from Homestead, he had a semi-decent. He finished 9th, but really wasn't in contention that much of the race, so good to see him running decent again. Here's Blaine Keys though, first time he raced since Dover, so good to see him back in the field again. He's been very, very mad about himself for not really making the races. He feels he has potential, but he's just not making the races count, and this is his 3rd race he's been in this season, and definitely Billy Bishop Motorsports is a team that can win. Webster Zygarde won last time at Homestead, so look to see him later in the race in that 49 car. Here's 2 drivers we look forward to seeing where they will end up at the end of this race. Pergio Arvin Alonso is one of these drivers. He is driving the 8 car for Alonso Gbot Racing, their 4th car after making the change with Arsh Hossain. But that 8 is actually the owner of the team, but that is not possible. He has handed the ownership role over to Arvin Alonso and to run the team, and now he himself has stepped into the car trying to make things happen with the team. He missed Homestead, but did make Indy, so it's good to see him up here. But speaking of Arsh Hossain, he didn't. I wouldn't call it a good run last week, but that 63 car looking not as good as he did last week, and looking to get up in the field. But here's your other first-time starter. That 55 car almost got in the 32. But this is Giulio Barraza, obviously related to Giovanni Barraza, who did not make this race. But the 71 car said before he's even started this season, he feels his best chance of starting the race will be at Indianapolis with this underfunded team. He feels he has a lot of confidence in this race. Making the race obviously boosted a lot, and that big motorsports driver looking for a good race here tonight. And back out front, we got Daniel Voiles in the 99 car is come back to the front in that 99, and he isn't one driver to have had some successful runs in the past. He finished 2nd in his first race and was pretty much dominating Hillside, but really this 99 car has just been a overall around car in the first half of the season before his season became really just gone down. But that 99 team is outside the top 19 right now after being a definite competitor in the first part of the season, or at least we thought. And it's sad to see that happen. Cody Russell moving up through the field as well in that 77 car. We're going to see our first collision here as the 7 and the 31. That was a brilliant save by the 7 of Jack Newman, as really not, and he's going to drop a ton of positions, but better than spinning into the inside wall. That 31 car just got in there way too hard and just couldn't keep it off the wall, bounced off into Jack Newman. Newman just somehow saved that car. He will lose all these spots as you see everyone freight training him on the inside, but hey, it's better than being wrecked and out of the race, right? And you see, there goes Ryan Dunn past him. Dunn has been falling through the field pretty badly as well. Cody Russell, though, moving into second place past Daniel Voiles in the 99 car, as he is inside the top 19, and pretty much I think he's going to make the race. I mean, the chase. I'm not sure why he wouldn't be, but even though he is, he said he wants to at least get a win before the end of the season. And we're looking back here. This is Michael Jones in the 47 car, a team that has been associated of being the rival of Ryan Dunn for some time, but that name has kind of faded off. The 47 has just been a mediocre driver for some time now. I mean, he did win at California, but after that, he hasn't done anything real special other than being up front with Ryan Dunn contending for the win. But after other drivers, upcoming drivers like Kyle Collins and Derek Petrie got in the way, 47 has kind of slipped under the radar or focus of attention. He has gotten in a few wrecks in the past couple races, and he's not currently confirmed, but only 4 points away from being so. So we expect the 47 to be in the chase and definitely one of the top runners, but I don't know if he's going to be the champion anymore. But here's Derek Petrie, one of the 4 drivers that said that was in the top 4, but he's, well, let's just look at his past here. We're going to start off at Eagles Point, a win and dominating fashion with the battle for Kyle Collins, and he'll end up winning that. Then goes to Las Vegas, completely bombs the race, finishes second to last running. And then we go to last week at Homestead, fairly good race, and I'll say it was, and then now he's just riding in the back, dead last. So I don't know what's wrong with Derek Petrie right now, but you see on the inside line, there's Jack Newman. A flat tire had to send him to pit road, so that's pretty tough luck for the 7 car after that amazing save. So, well, bad luck turns to worse in the 7. But luck getting better for Cody Russell in the 77 car as he drives right to the back of the 2 car, and that's what I thought, going right to the inside. He sets up Jay Barker in turn 1, and Cody Russell just drives by Jay Barker in that National Racing Chevy. And Cody Russell in the lead. But it won't be too long before pit stops happen, and we got half of the drivers going in and half of them staying out. A little more staying out the first time by though, as Cody Russell and Jay Barker, the 2 leaders, will be on lap 1 though. But Cody Russell though, really pulls out a good ways from the rest of the field after that pit stops, and Cody Russell very strong out here right now. The 83 car of Kyle Collins, he just keeps getting better and better. Why? Kyle Collins started kind of towards the back just a little bit, but he's moved his way up to 8th place and looking to take 7th and 6th from Rick Witt and Michael Jones. But that 83 car is strong, and I'm sure that we haven't seen the rest of them tonight, and so that 83 car is, I mean, I don't know where he got his speed from. Maybe that boost of confidence from Bristol really is carried over to these other races. I don't know, but that 83 car just strong day in and day out, and you always see him up front at least in one point of the race since Bristol, and it's actually miraculous how that team has turned around. He's in 2nd in the points right now. But Jacob Tube is another driver who's had a late turnaround. Race 10 won Dover and he usually runs like 30th to 24th in that range, or either wrecks or blows a motor. Hasn't had any of those problems recently, and that 42 car is not actually doing as best as he could be, but he's right now running about mid-pack, and not bad for trying to stay in the chase right now. That's exactly what he needs, just to be inside the top 20 and earning points. But you see in front of him, a guy who's just been frustrated beyond belief is the 61 car. His teammate just cannot seem to make his way into races. He's been very frustrated, and pretty much, I don't doubt it. He's really running good every single race he runs in. It's just qualifying that's bad. Qualifying's also been bad for this 22 team. Las Vegas was their race that they missed. And Tanker Motorsports, who is the team for the 22 car, they have not gotten anything together here, and they're running in the back right now. They've been running in the back every single race they've participated in. That 22 team needs to find something quick. They will definitely not make the chase at this rate, and probably even if they do get better, they won't. That 22 car has slipped almost beyond comparison. He's pretty much the lowest of the low for the people who did start Daytona, so bad to see Brian Lenning like that. But right now up front we have a battle for second right now between Daniel Boyles, Jay Durrell, and Addison Steinbeck, who are riding on the 33 car. Addison Steinbeck is just looking for some revenge after missing last week. The first race he's missed since he actually hasn't missed a race. He ran every single race from Daytona on. He did not run the HUD shootout, but that 33 car is running strong right now. He's inside the chase, and most likely will be, and this 4th place run is definitely helping him out, and I'm sure he'd like to get a win. That would be a very revengeful thing for him to do here. But we got that 42 car just turned the 32 in the wall. Caution is out. Your points leader coming down into traffic. He got hit again by a blue car, and red flag is being flown. More damage in front of him. Nick Purcell's T-bones the 32 car, and that's Ferdinand Gavot in the wreck as well. And red flag flying. We're gonna replay. This is Jacob 2 just getting down in the corner. Ryan Dunn does not expect him to go there, and he just pretty much takes himself out. And that's huge for the points leader. But yeah, right there, Brian Boone had nowhere to go down as far as he could. Right there, he goes over. And that's Blaine Keys, the 49 car in his 3rd start, trying to have a great run. But Brian Boone barrels down the backstretch and lands on his roof. We hope he's okay. Riding on board Ferdinand Gavot, this is also a very hard hit. You see Derek Petrie and Nick Purcell's on the inside. And just nowhere for Ferdinand Gavot to go. You saw how bad the impact was for the 32. All these guys, hard impacts. Now, riding on board Brian Boone, this one's gonna hurt. And you see, just gets hit right there, driver's side door. And Brian Boone just tumbles over and over, the camera going to static. And right there, the camera goes out. We're gonna get started though after a 45-minute red flag to clean up all the debris on the backstretch. But we'll have the 31 car out front of the field, but that's not your leader. He's actually the first car 2 laps down, and that was for other engine problems that happened probably from that hit in the outside wall in turn 3 early on the race. But Cody Russell, your real leader, will pass him with ease. Jay Durrell, Addison Steinbeck in the 33, and Rick Witt coming along on the inside to pass him by. But right now, Jay Durrell looking to have a move on that 77 car. He kind of lost all of his momentum after getting 2 terrible runs after getting the 3rd in the points. So looking for some momentum on that 43 car. But for now, Cody Russell holds the lead coming down to take the next lap under green. And that 77 car very quick. And we said Kyle Collins was moving up through the field, but now it's turned the opposite. On that restart, he got shuffled out of line on the outside, and now he's slipping back a little bit outside the top 10 now as he's got cars passing him on the inside. Jacob 2, Kevin Ulrich, and now Julio Barraza probably will want to go on the inside. You see Michael Jones also back there falling back, so some of your top runners are also in the back. Here's Jay Barker in the 2. Slow pit stop put him in the back after that caution or red flag. But there's also something I want to point out here. If you look around in the cars around Jay Barker, you see Jake Booker, Zach Cars, and Jack Newman. Those 4 cars are all National Racing's cars. That is a team that should be running up front, but they have had a real difficulty running up front for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that team really needs to get it together. They're all just hanging by threads down into the points, and all of them are at risk of missing the chase. And I'm sure everyone would love all 4 of those spots to try to get in the chase. And someone who's doing better than them in an underfunded team car, Julio Barraza. This is exactly what he said he'd do. Have a good, successful, strong run up front. Running, I believe, just outside the top 10 and 11th. You see behind him Kyle Singer, Webster Zygaard. Webster Zygaard, good follow-up run to his win last week at Homestead. That's exactly what he needs to do. But meanwhile, up front, we got a battle for the lead. Jay Durrell has been dispatched and put further back in the pack. And this leaves Addison Steinbach and Rick Witt to drive on the inside. And that 33 car taking the lead from Cody Russell, who's pretty much dominated the race with Jay Barker. But now both of them are out of the lead and just might be outside the top 5 as this huge freight train of cars comes by. Jacob Tube and Kevin Ulrich in that. So Tetronics Motorsports having a good time. But anyways, it'll all be... That battle for the lead will be halted. Robin Shannon in the wall. Huge hit for Julio Barraza. And a second big one here at Indianapolis. And Robin Shannon looks like got turned by that. I believe that was Jack Newman in the 7, if I'm not mistaken. That 49 car with no hood, that was from a different wreck, not that one. But, well, this is gonna hurt some people. And yeah, that's Julio Barraza in the 71 that made the first initial contact. Just nowhere for him to go, and tries to straighten it out, but hits the inside pit wall. And that'll end Julio's night after such a strong race going for him so far. Matt Hotchkiss riding on board is the guy who T-bones him. Aaron Lukes and Hergiel Arvin Alonso just squeak by. Hergiel just narrowly misses it. And multiple other cars pile in. I saw one was Jay Barker, so terrible day for him after a great start. But anyways, we might just see our second race in a row finish under caution. And your leader, Addison Steinbach. This could be the revenge he wanted. Checkered flag waving, it will end under caution. Addison Steinbach is your winner at the Brickyard. And amazing finish for the 33 team. They needed that. And good job for Addison Steinbach and Taco's racing team. Do those burnouts, Addison. You came close at Daytona, and you finished it off here at Indy 14 races later. And great win for the 33 car, and what a way to back up a bad qualifying effort at Homestead. Second place, Rick Witt. Good job for him. The Dodges finishing second and third with Jay Durrell in third. Gary Weaver fourth. Daniel Voiles fifth. Even though Nick Purcell's wrecked out, great day for Red Viper Racing, finishing second and fifth. Kevin Ulrich sixth. Cody Russell seventh. Not exactly where you'd want to finish, but I'm sure he'll take it anyway. Jacob Tube falls to 8th. Kyle Singer 9th. And Webster Zygaard, after that win at Homestead, pulls off a solid top 10 for that 12 car. Anyways, Brian Lennon coming home 11th. He managed to avoid the wrecks, and that's how he's there. Jack Newman 12th after that amazing save. Arsh Hossain 13th. Aaron Lukes 14th. Highest finishing Rascal Racing driver. Hergiel Arvin Alonso 15th. Zach Carr 16th. Jake Booker 17th. Kyle Collins and Derek Petrie, two of the top drivers, 18th and 19th, really bad for them. And Robin Shannon will pull off a 20th, even though she is out of the race. 21st, Blaine Keys coming home with no hood on the car. Michael Kraft 22nd after just multiple problems all day after that run in the wall. Jay Barker just not where he deserved to finish in that 2-car, 23rd. Michael Jones 24th was involved in the wreck, as well as Matt Hotchkiss 25th. Julio Barraza in 26th. And then 27th through 30th all involved in that first big one. Nick Purcell's, Ryan Dunn, Brian Boone, and Ferdinand Gabat. All two took pretty hard hits, so hopefully they are okay after that wreck. Anyways, here's your points. Ryan Dunn still manages to keep the lead after Kyle Collins and Derek Petrie and Michael Jones all do not have good runs themselves. But Jay Durrell will finish 5th, is going to be 5th now after that, putting Dodges at 4th and 5th. And 7th, actually, also in that 70 car. And 10th with Webster Zygaard. Dodge is doing the best done in this front pack right now. And you see Addison Steinbach in 8th. Michael Kraft is the 11th driver now. Gary Weaver 12th. Jay Barker 13th. Jacob Tube 14th. Rick Witt 15th. Nick Purcell 16th. Daniel Voiles 17th. They still remain inside the top 19 in points. So things looking up for Red Viper Racing. Matt Hotchkiss holding on to a strand of 4 points over his teammate Brett Brown to stay in the points. And both of them do not have a win, so they still have to make it in on points. Robin Shannon has still out in 21st. Jack Newman, Zach Cars both fall out with their not too good runs in 22nd and 23rd. Giovanni Barraza, 24th, misses the race. Bella Davis, 25th. Brian Lenning moves up just a bit, but still out of range of being in the chase, 26th. Marcos Alpaicher, 27th. Arsh Hussain, 28th. AJ Davidson misses his first race, 29th. And Kevin Ulrich, 30th. And pretty much 26th up is all I see in having a chance at the chase from now on. The Pennzoil Cup Series, we'll see you next time on Infiniton. Thank you for watching. There are your songs.